Hi and welcome to this week's episode of Friday Sews. As you can see, I'm no longer in Turkey on holiday. There'll be more of that on Sunday's vlog. But today's Friday Sews is a very special one to me, because today's the day my first ever blog post has been shared, and I'm just so excited about it, so I thought I'd make a little vlog to go alongside it. So a huge thank you to Chelsea from Friday Pattern Company and to Paige Joanna, who also works for Friday Pattern Company as well, for their support with this. I was absolutely I just felt so honoured when I was asked to do it, and lots of you know that I'm totally in love with my 2-back hack from the Friday Pattern Company Sewero set, and it was the red dress I think that was seen, and yeah, I got a little message saying, would you like to kind of share a blog post about that? And I went, yeah, of course. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna what I thought I would do is talk through sort of my interpretations of what I've done with the Sewero set. If you're new to my channel, my name's Alison. My channel is So Like Dotty. It's the same on Instagram and everything, and it's lovely to have you on board today. And I know that I've had quite a lot of new subscribers over the last few weeks, so hello to all of you, and it's been lovely to chat with lots of you as well. I love to chat in the comments, so yeah, drop some comments in there and things. I will post a link in the description box. Anything I mention I try to put links in, but I will put a link into the actual blog post on the description box just in case you've not seen it. So yeah, it all kind of started with when the Sewero set first appeared on Instagram and we saw that it was coming, and I totally loved it, absolutely loved it. I am 55 today, it's my birthday, and you know, I'm not 18. Not that there's anything wrong with showing your midriff at 55. Mine's not one that I'd want to share with anybody really, and I knew I could have lengthened the top, but I don't know, because I'm quite big busted. For me, I just really always struggle with the wrap top. I always love them on other people, and I've seen so many amazing, absolutely beautiful Sewero sets, but whatever I kind of did with it, it just really wasn't working for me. And then literally, when you have a bing moment, and I just thought it's reversible, so I flipped it round and it was fine, apart from it was too high. So I thought, surely I can alter the neckline, and that was it. The 2-back hack was created. So the red dress was probably the first dress that I shared, but actually what happened before that was I made a few pairs of the pants. I think the set that I'm going to share in a picture with you now in this fabric was actually the first one that I did. I think this fabric was from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn last year, and I made the trousers in this fabric with the pockets in exactly as per the pattern, and I really liked it. I'm just not a pockets girl. I know I say it all the time, and I can hear you almost shouting through the screen, what, no pockets? But I'm just not. And I think part of the thing with me is my weight does fluctuate, so if I make a pair of pants with pockets in and I lose weight, obviously there's a bit more of an adjustment that needs to be made, where if I don't put the pockets in and I just I use the pocket pieces in line with the I hope I'm explaining this all right, in line with the pattern, and I just go straight up. And actually, if you do that with the trousers, a tip that came from Lynn Lyons from Lyons Made with Love, one of our lovely sew tuners, was actually just add the waistband onto the actual trousers. You don't even need to add it as a separate piece. Genius. I keep forgetting to do it though, no shock there. So I did make the trousers in this, and then I made the top. So this was kind of the very first, I think, of the 2-backs that I did, and I did make it with the elastic on, so it's not cropped, it actually sits where the elastic does on the trousers. But I've got a little bit of IBS, so I tend to find the two lots of elastic together, maybe I've got them too tight, I'm not sure, just a little bit, can feel just a little bit uncomfortable for me if I'm a little bit sort of distended. But then I thought, well, surely I can just lengthen the top and tuck it into the trousers so it looks like a faux jumpsuit. So I've done that with another one, which I'm going to show you now, and it's the one I actually travelled on holiday, and it was so comfortable on the flight. I had the top tucked in, but I kind of just pulled it out a bit, was a bit more relaxed. So actually, by making the changes that I've made that are shared in the blog, where I lengthen the sleeves and I lower the neck. By actually just lengthening the top, you can create a woven boxy tee, which is just great. And I'm sure, I'm not a shift dress kind of person, but I'm sure that you could literally probably just create a shift dress out of that and put a self-tie belt on and have a lovely belt. And equally, I think that if you wanted to, you could use 2 back pieces still, lower the front, but the piece that is the actual back, if rather than cutting that on the fold, if you just cut it but created a seam allowance in the middle, you could either add a zip, or I would probably sew so far up the back seam and leave a gap, and then put like a little button fastening at the top, or you could put bias binding around the neck like the sagebrush top and put a little tie on the neck. And then as long as there's enough that you could sort of loosen that off to drop it on and off, that would make a lovely faux jumpsuit too. So this is the first one, and because it was kind of a bit of a twirl, I thought I'll have a go, see how it works. I actually just overlocked the edge of it around, and then I just turned it under and top stitched it. So this was kind of a bit of a rough draft of how I did it the first time, and after that I created the facings, which are what I've shared in the blog post, and explained how I lowered it. You could do different things with it and lower it in different ways. I did get carried away with it on one recent one which I was making for holiday, and I just made it too wide, and I've shared that previously. I had it as a bit of an off the shoulder beach dress, but actually it just felt too nice to have as a beachy cover up, so I'm gonna remake the top of that into a different top. I've not decided what yet, and reattach that. But yeah, if you kind of want to check out the blog post, all the step-by-step instructions are on there of how I created the neck facings and what I did with those. I do like a little bit of length on the sleeves, so this is the dress that I'm wearing on most of the pictures in the blog post. I will share some pictures that I took on holiday in this, just so you can see it from different lightings and angles. This fabric was from Razbaz Bazaar, which is Razbaz Fabrics on Instagram. It's just a viscose, but it works very, very well if you have something with quite a bold print and it's folded, because you cut the top on the fold and the skirt on the fold, so you can get like a real clear line down the centre with a real bold print on it. So I'm going to stand up and show you this. So I just like a bit more coverage. I'm not keen on the tops of my arms, so I just lengthened the sleeves. Again, there's instructions on this in the blog post, and I just use, it's my favourite, a rolled hem on the overlocker on the sleeves and the bottom of it. I use that stitch as much as I can, but obviously you can just hem it however you like to do. There is an elastic channel, and this is attached to the Davenport skirt with a ruffle on the bottom, but you could attach a different skirt, or you could just create your own skirt pattern to go with that. So I've made this into 3 dresses now, and probably more to come even in the winter, and I would just layer this up with a roll neck. I've actually got leggings under it today because it's a little bit chilly back in the UK today. It was a bit of a shock to the system going from 31 degrees to 10 degrees and pouring rain yesterday, but hey ho, you've got to come back from holiday to go again, that's what I always say. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, I would make this, and maybe if I had quite a soft, I've got some really soft needle cord, or I don't know, just some thicker fabrics. I mean, that's my stash up there. I'm sure there are other things that this is going to get made out of for the winter. It probably would work with a woven fabric as well, a jersey fabric as well as a woven one. And I've made sort of a couple of the 4 jumpsuits. I'll share all the pictures as I'm chatting, and I've also made some denim trousers. So one of them is denim, again that was from Razbaz Fabrics with some embroidery on. I'll drop a picture of that in with the Mickey Mouse t-shirt, Minnie Mouse, gosh, fancy calling Minnie Mouse by the wrong name, the Minnie Mouse t-shirt, which is a bit of a hack that I do, where I put the sagebrush top sleeves into it, which I've totally pinched off Colin Candy Floss on Instagram. I saw their pictures, that inspired me to do that. And then I've just done a pair of plain denim ones, which are absolutely perfect. They've been lovely to wear in the summer, but actually I'd probably wear them in the winter with the jumper as well. So I'll share all of those pictures so you can check that out. And yeah, let me know what you've made. Let me know. If you watch my channel, you know that I like to kind of play around with patterns. I've said it before, but I do think that patterns are like Lego blocks, or if you're in the UK, we used to have stickle bricks when we were kids, where they stuck together. You know, it comes in a box, but you don't have to kind of stick to those rules. You can add an extra sleeve in from something else, or add a skirt from a different pattern. Once your confidence develops, you know, play around with things. That's what I like to do. That's the fun. Does it always work out? Not always, but I can usually kind of make it work or find a way around things. But I just like to play, and I'm so pleased that I did that with this pattern, because if I didn't, well, I just wouldn't have had so many beautiful things that I've worn all summer. I get compliments on the dress all of the time. Each of the 3 dresses is very different. One's bright red with a big bold flower on. I've had a gentleman in the checkout queue at a supermarket who complimented me on that one. Loads of compliments. This one, the same. And the other one is quite a beachy retro print from Rainbow Fabrics, and I've had compliments on that, but they all look quite different. So yeah, check them out. If you wanted to put the drawstring case in from the Davenport dress, and instead of making an elastic case in, you could easily do that too. Just swooshing, just play away. But it is beautiful. It's my current favourite project to make. So I hope that's given you a little bit of inspiration. Check out the blog post and let me know what you're up to and what you're making. And yeah, come back on Sunday for a little bonus edition. That's when I'm going to do my end of September sort of catch up, October plans, and a very exciting project that's coming up in November with Adam Sews. And there might be a little sneaky birthday gift at the end of that one. So you'll need to check that out on Sunday and stay right to the end. But bye for now, take care, and have a lush time with your sewing.